Well, hello everyone and welcome to Momentum channel. My name is Mo, and in this video, as part of our stock market investment portfolio challenge with Wealthsimple Trade, we are going to provide you another weekly update. As you notice here, our account balance is currently sitting at $26,943, which is showing nice progress week over week. For those of you who are new to this channel, this is part of our challenge to grow this portfolio into $250,000 within the span of 8 years, and we are making great progress. One of the focus areas that we've really been trying to emphasize on is growing our expected annual dividend income, and we've been really making great progress on that by adding more dividend stocks to our portfolio. And today in the video, we're going to show you exactly what 13 stocks or ETFs we've actually bought over the span of the past week, and which stocks or ETFs we've actually sold, and what would be our focus in terms of our future buys in the week ahead in the stock market. We'll also transparently disclose our entire portfolio, its overall returns, and what's our game plan for the stock market in the weeks to come. Without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, as you notice here on the screen, we are going to show you exactly our portfolio. You notice our account balance, as I mentioned, $26,943. Our overall gains for this portfolio is sitting at $7,238. This shows an overall gain of about 37% for a span of about 2 years. Our average dividend yield for this portfolio is currently sitting at 1.68%. We've been managing to bring this dividend yield higher up by adding more dividend stocks to our portfolio, and it's definitely showing great progress. In terms of our dividend income, expected annual dividend income, it is now showing to be at $448. Great progress compared to last week. I believe last week we were hovering closer to $416 or $20. So we managed to add around $30 more expected annual dividend income to this. And we're going to, in a moment, show you exactly how we've managed to do that. In terms of our overall dividend, so far in the month of August, if you look at it, we are showing to be at $37.04, which is one of the highest over the past several months. Year to date, the higher one than this month has been actually the month of February, whereby we earned $44.62. The month of August is not yet over though. We might add more dividend income to this portfolio in the next couple of days left from this month. If we focus on our breakdown by sector, what do we have in terms of sector breakdown? And I'm going to zoom in here for a moment. In a little while, you notice the largest portion of our sector breakdown is information technology, showing 44.6%. We are bringing this amount lower though, as we add more stocks and portfolio to our portfolio from other sectors. The balance is going to be adjusted, and you'd see the information technology balance is coming lower. The ones that we are really heavily more investing in is real estate. So you notice that for real estate, we are now currently sitting at 5.4%, showing some progress compared to last time. Healthcare is also coming down as we add to alternate shares. Healthcare is our second largest sector with 22.8%, and third largest one is financials with 11.1%. We are gradually adding to our financials by buying fractional shares of Toronto-Dominion Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, among our buys of financial sector. We're going to take a close look at our largest holding in a moment. Let's take a look. Our largest holding, quickly visually based on the look of our pie chart here, you'd see still Real Matters with 8.8%. The weightage is becoming smaller and smaller as we add more shares of other stocks, but still is our largest holding. Followed by, we have Apple with 5.7%. Among some of our other large holdings, we have including here, you can see Qualcomm with 5.5%. We have Pfizer with 5.2%. We have Royalty Pharma with 5.6%, and the rest that you see here. We'll definitely walk you through the exact entire portfolio in a moment. Before we do that though, I'm going to quickly walk you through the specific buys that we've had in details. You notice here the week of August 16, what holdings and what actually stocks we've managed to buy. I'm not going to go specifically one by one over the details, but you can see here the majority of it. All of the purchases that we've had have been Canadian dollars. We've not bought any US dollar stocks or holdings in the past 1 week. We did manage to sell one of our holdings, and in fact that was for Morguard. As you can see here, ticker symbol MRG, Morguard North American Residential REIT. Although this is a REIT that does pay a decent dividend, it was one that had one of the lower volumes in the trading recently, and at one point Wealthsimple Trade had flagged it for not being able to actually buy anymore and you can only sell. Since then it has changed, but we decided to actually sell and use the money to buy other REITs that you're going to see here. We've actually managed to buy a couple of other REITs that we're heavily buying. One of them is actually True North Commercial, ticker symbol TNT. It does pay a very decent dividend. The other one is actually RioCan real estate with ticker symbol REI.UN. It is also paying very decent dividends. So we managed to adding to those ones. If I walk you through exactly the stocks and the ETFs that we've bought or sold, you notice here, as I mentioned, we've sold out 5 shares of Morguard, but these are the other 13 positions that we've actually bought. 18 shares of Green Lane. We bought 7 shares of Real Matters. We bought 6 shares of RioCan Real Estate Investment Trust. We bought 1 share of 𝗖𝐋𝐈𝐖𝐊 iShares Core MSCI Canadian Quality Dividend Index ETF. Bought 4 shares of VMD or VMed Healthcare for taking advantage of dollar cost averaging. We bought 5 shares of Ardes Real Estate Investment Trust with ticker symbol AXUN. We bought fractional shares of Shopify, Toronto Dominion Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. We bought 20 shares of True North Commercial REIT. We bought 1 share of Algonquin Power Utilities Corp with ticker symbol AQN, 2 shares of Pizza, and 1 share of VRE or Vanguard FTSE Canadian Capped REIT Index ETF. All right, let us take a look at our portfolio, where things are at. This is now ranked based on the highest performance in terms of the best return by gain, all the way to the lowest one. The ones that are in green are showing a positive return. As you notice, among the top 5 best performing positions here, we have CrowdStrike. So of that, we have 1 shares of this US dollar stocks. It is showing 142% return. We have 7 shares of AbbVie showing a positive return of 48% plus. We have 22 shares of Pfizer showing a positive return of close to 48%. We have 1 share of Vanguard FTSE Canada, ticker symbol VCN, is showing a positive return of close to 46%. And lastly, we have 1 share of Skyworks Solutions showing close to 42% return. These are our top 5 best performing positions. In terms of our top or worst performing positions, the 5 worst performing positions, we have 16 shares of Puck Power showing a negative close to 42%. Hyliion, we have 8 shares, it's showing close to negative 40%. We have 14 shares of NEO showing close to 27% negative return. Green Lane, we have 189 shares, it's showing right now 27% negative return. And lastly, we have Corsair Gaming, our 12 shares are showing close to 27% negative gain. In this case, it's actually a loss, but it's unrealized loss. Our game plan when it comes to these stocks, we are not going to sell them, but rather gradually taking advantage of dollar cost averaging and buying more and trying to bring our cost average lower. If I actually momentarily change the sorting and I want to sort these stocks based on the best, highest return in terms of the dividend yield, you notice here the best dividend yield for our portfolio is actually PIMCO Dynamic. In terms of real estate, of course, it's True North Commercial, but overall it's PIMCO, which is showing a dividend yield of 9.47%. And you'd notice here what is our lifetime dividend income that we've earned from our positions in this current kind of stock or ETF. Following that, we have True North Commercial REIT. That's the one that we've added actually 20 new shares this last week alone. With these additions, and right now our estimated annual dividend income from our holdings is $20 in terms of dividend income for 1 year for this year. This is assuming that we had these for the entirety of the 1 year, let's say the beginning of the 2021. After that, we have Pizza. It's giving a dividend yield of 5.82%. RioCan has a dividend yield currently of 5.31%, followed by Ardes, Verizon, and Bank of Nova Scotia, as well as Manulife, AbbVie, iShares Core MSCI, 𝗖𝐋𝐈𝐿, as well as the AQN. These are all our holdings that are currently showing 4% or higher dividend yield. Not too bad. In fact, these holdings, as I talked about, close to 11 of them that we talked about that I have in our portfolio, they're actually showing a very decent dividend. What I love about this dividend tracker, which is by Alpine, is the fact that you could see easily what is your estimated annual dividend income and lifetime dividend income. And our estimated annual dividend income is really one key measure that we are trying to track. Aside from wanting to grow this portfolio to $250,000, we're also wanting to make sure that we continuously grow our expected annual dividend income as a side way to gain more funds that we can then repurpose, reinvest to buy more quality stocks or ETFs and really take advantage of that power of compounding. Lastly, if I quickly show you our dividend income, our recent dividend income, you notice here this past week we earned $4.92 AbbVie, another $6.56 for other shares of AbbVie that we have from another account that we have, because we have a mixture of non-registered and registered accounts. We earned 15 cents from our TNT or True North commercial. We also earned the total amount of $2.22 Canadian dollars equivalent from our shares of Apple in terms of dividend income. These are our recent dividend incomes that we wanted to show you. And lastly, if I walk you through our milestones, you notice here we are making progress here. The next milestone is to reach $35,000 in terms of total account balance. We want to gradually get to that 2% dividend yield. We are on our way there. We've definitely managed to bring our average dividend yield higher. And in terms of projected annual dividend income, we want to get to reach that $500 mark. Lifetime dividend income, we want to get to that $500 mark as well. Currently, we are sitting at $462. You see, this is our total dividend received lifetime, $462. It's definitely growing and getting to that $500. Game plan for the week ahead, as I promised you, we are going to be continuing to be adding to our shares of TNT. We are going to also be adding to our shares of RioCan, ticker symbol REI. We would like to continue to possibly add to our shares of Ardes, ticker symbol AX.UN. We might be adding as well to our shares of Pizza, ticker symbol PZA, as well as shares of VRE or Vanguard FTSE Canadian Cap REIT Index. As you see, a lot of focus on dividend paying stocks and mostly on healthcare stocks. We will also continue to buy fractional shares of Shopify, Royal Bank of Canada, and TD, as those are our three picks when it comes to Canadian shares of fractional buys when it comes to trading on Wealthsimple Trade. I would love to hear from you and know what stocks you are adding to your stock investment portfolio right now. Is there one of these stocks that we talked about in this video on your list, or any other stocks for that matter? Would love to hear from you, so be sure to leave us a comment down below and let us know what you think. As always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video as well. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Momentum channel. Here on Momentum Finance, we post every week several videos about investing in the stock market and other investing avenues, as well as how we can reach financial freedom. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.